know that it gets mighty hot in Oklahoma, so you might just jump in and enjoy that heat and plant a tropical garden. Now this is on the north side of our barn here at the Studio Gardens, and just want to show you some of the plants that we've put in and give you tips on their culture. Starting off down here, these are some of the readily available at garden centers. We have periwinkles and we have Mexican heather. We also have some lantana back here. All of those take the heat and the sun extremely well, and they're from warm climates, so they give you that tropical feel. Moving on up, we also have some flowering tobacco. Has wonderful fragrance in the evening as you walk out among your gardens. And then of course we have our banana tree. Tried and true. We dug that up last fall. We overwintered it up in the attic of the barn, and it's starting to come out now. Now if you want yours to be fully protected and not have any split foliage like this, make sure that you plant it out of the wind. We just had a terrific storm this weekend and it kind of shredded our leaves, but you can get by that if you'll plant it on the north side of a structure away from driving winds that might split the foliage. Of course, you can't prevent hail damage. That's another story altogether. Well, down here, to sort of conceal some of our plumbing work and gas lines and so forth, we're planting some red caladiums. Most caladiums love the full shade. You can buy them right now in 4-inch pots already grown, or you can get bulbs. And let me show you some of those on over here. If you're going to do bulbs of caladiums or of elephant ears, and you're buying them, it's not too late to go ahead and plant those, but you have some choices to make when you plant them. These elephant ear bulbs were put into pots about a week ago, and they're already starting to sprout. If you want elephant ears that are going to branch out and give you a lot of smaller stems, then break out the central bud, and you have a lot of little buds developing that give you more of a full branching habit. If you want them to be taller, then you might do as this bulb. We've left the main central bulb, not pruned it back or broken it out, and we'll have one strong stem on there. Same goes for caladiums. And this caladium right here has a lot of little eyes around the side that are going to send out side shoots. But in order to develop those and get a nice fully developed plant, we just want to pinch out that central eye, and that is just a simple pruning process that will allow the plants to fully develop. Now, some other plants that will do well in the full sun, of course these you want in sort of a shady place, are agapanthus. And agapanthus comes in many species and growth forms. There's a hardy one that's over in our studio gardens. This is a tropical one called Peter Pan, and it stays fairly small. And agapanthus is one of the few summer bulbs that has a deep, deep blue color. Some people call it the lily of the Nile plant, and it will be gorgeous. Later on this season, we're going to space these out along the edge of our rock edging here. Well, further back in the shade is where we're going to put our elephant ears. And you want to make sure that you give elephant ears plenty of space. They need to be in a well-drained site. And look up before you plant them and make sure that you're not going to have water dripping all over them. Around homes, sometimes people like to plant them right around their foundations. And one problem with that is if you have rain dripping off the roof, that can erode the soil away and beat the plants to death. And so we have ours under where we have some guttering, and I think they'll be just fine. Also make sure that you give your elephant ears plenty of space and plant something in the foreground. A neighbor of mine plants elephant ears and beneath them puts impatiens every year, and it's a wonderful combination. We're going to do these white caladiums right here, and I think that's going to look really nice as an infill in front of the elephant ears, and then of course the agapanthus on the head of them. So get out there to those garden centers, pick out some summer bulbs, and plant a tropical feel in your garden, and enjoy this heat because it'll really grow some great plants.